Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are live on the gospelstation.com Sports and Talk and GSN Sports and Talk on YouTube. Mustang men's basketball up to bat now, taking on the Carl Albert Titans out of 5A. This will be a fun one for you. Both these teams at the top of their respective districts in their respective classes. But first, if you're just now joining us, a little bit of a recap of what we just got done with. The women's team took on the Bixby Lady Spartans. They ended up being a 56-52 Bixby win and kind of a stunner there at the very end. Bixby continues a win streak into the playoffs. They're on a 12-game winning run, 21-4 on the year for the Bixby Lady Spartans. Mustangs snapped a 7-game win streak. They're now 17-6 on the season, although they will still remain number 2 in their district and their playoff seeding won't change. For this men's game, though, what we do know, Mustang missed the state tourney last year. They're looking to right that wrong this go-around. Their last and only men's championship was in 2015. GSN Sports and Talk on YouTube. Mustang men's basketball up to bat now, taking on the Carl. There we go. Okay, that's better. I started hearing myself there for a second. What was I saying? Mustang men's last and only championship was in 2015, just over a decade ago. Again, they have a lot they are playing for here tonight, even though this doesn't affect playoffs at all. They want this win, and they want it badly because they want to get on a double-digit winning streak going into playoffs. The Broncos are starting all seniors tonight. J.T. Johnson, Jaden Johnson, Jonah Edmond, Marvin Kearney Jr., and Taylor Stevens are going to be the starting 5 for these Broncos. And it looks like for the visiting Titans, you've got number 1, Elijah Matthews, number 3, Jordan Hawkins, number 10, Austin Johnson, number 21, Brandon Rogers, and number 23, LeBron Royal as your 5 starters. Many of those players we saw when we were broadcasting Carl Albert football last season. Some familiar names on there for sure. This is bound to be a very, very fun basketball game. Expect a lot of fireworks. We're live from the Ship It Sooner broadcast booth in Mustang, Oklahoma. Ship It Sooners at 210 North Mustang Mall Terrace. They work with all major carriers, USPS, UPS, and FedEx. Notary services, private mailbox rentals, copying, printing, faxing, freight, and LTL services, along with bulk shredding and office solutions, thanks to Ship It Sooner. Our stream is powered by Simplified Tech Solutions, 4221 North MacArthur Boulevard, back in War Acres, Oklahoma. And Hoop OKC, one of our featured sponsors for today's broadcast. They do birthdays, parties, events, and corporate gatherings with their arcade basketball trailer, veteran-owned and operated by a Marine Corps family who envisioned a new venture in the event rental space focused on children's entertainment. Thanks so much to Hoop OKC for their support of the gospelstation.com Sports and Talk. Well, Luke Young is out here on location. Mike Gannon is back in the studio, our board operator. Thanks to Mike, by the way, for everything he helps us with. A minute now, just over, before we go meet those starting 5 officially. So we're going to send you back to one more quick commercial break, and then we're in to the beginning of this game. There's the buzzer. Don't go anywhere.
Ship It Sooner at 210 North Mustang Mall Terrace is your packaging and shipping headquarters for Mustang and the surrounding area, using all major carriers. Sign up now for your private mailbox and enjoy the benefits a post office box does not offer. Faxing, printing, copies, notary service, and passport photos. Ship It Sooner is locally owned and operated. Call 405-256-6264 or go to shipitsooner.com.
Hey, we welcome you back from this break. Now just about 20 seconds, and we meet that starting 5. Again, we're live on the gospelstation.com Sports and Talk and on YouTube, GSN Sports and Talk, although albeit just barely. We've got a lot of red flags coming up here on my side, to be honest with you folks. The internet connection is not doing us many favors right now. But don't worry, this broadcast is recorded, so it'll go up on YouTube a little bit later. Well, now it's finally time to meet this starting 5 officially. So let's go ahead and turn it over to PA. I'll introduce the players as well as they're announced. All right, the junior guard coming in at 6'1" on the roster sheet. It's Elijah Matthews. The senior, number 3, 6'2", Jordan Hawkins. Austin Johnson wears number 10. He's the third starter announced. The junior guard stands at 6'5". Here's number 21, Brandon Rogers, as the fourth starter announced. And he's followed up by number 23, LeBron Royal. And now they'll turn it over to the intro. I gotta say, I like the song choice. This song is everywhere right now, by the way. If you know it, you know it. Okay, I like it. I'm still jotting down notes on how to make intro videos, by the way, every time I see these. All right, to meet the starting five for this Mustang squad that has, again, done so well this year, going to need to understand a little bit of background. Their head coach, Brandon Jackson, is 133-56 as a head coach. The dude has had a stellar career as a head coach. They're assisted by Jordan Eibel, James Barrett, Brandon Willis, and D'Angelo Clark. And again, although they're starting all seniors tonight, both actually the Mustang men and women's team, I believe, graduated a fair number of seniors last year. This is it hasn't really been a rebound year, though. I don't know what other way to explain that. They haven't had that down year that sometimes comes after graduating a large group. And maybe I'm mistaken in that, and I'm miscounting how many left and how many stayed, but either way, this Broncos team has come out very, very strong. 7 seniors on their lineup tonight. All right, time to meet your starting five. Here is senior guard, number 0, JT Johnson. One of 2 Johnsons on the lineup card, comes in at 6 foot. Number 3, Jaden Johnson. Senior guard as well, the same 6 foot height that JT has. Number 20, Jonah Edmonds, the 5'10" guard, the third starter announced. Number 21 is Marvin Kearney Jr. Kearney Jr., a player who expects to have a large impact on today's game. And the final, Taylor Stevens, 6'4", senior forward, their primary post player. He's going to have a tall order tonight because he's got some absolute athletes on the other end he's going up against. But if there's any team that can do it, it'd be this one. A team with a state championship on their minds. The Carl Albert Titans have state championships in basketball in 2007, 2016, 2021. They were runners-up in 79, 89, 2015, and 2023. They've been to the big dance a couple of times. And they've got that same 5A state championship on their mind as well. Both of these teams are getting more out of this than a win or a loss. They're getting key experience against tough opponents, the likes of which could rival any team in Class 6 and 5A both. Heading to the logo to jump, it'll be number 3, Jaden Johnson, against number 32. Excuse me, it'll be number 3, Jordan Hawkins, against number 32, Taylor Stevens. There we go, got it right that time. Sorry about that. All right, we're underway. The Titans have ball first. They're out in the all black with the red trim. Mustangs in the white with the black secondary. The Titans with ball first. They immediately got at the top of the key. They're going to go with Jordan Hawkins all the way down to the baseline. He kicks it back out towards the top with LeBron Royal. Royal, star football player, sets an on-ball screen. Off the pick, Austin Johnson lets the 3 fly from the wing, but it's no good. Rebounded by number 21, Marvin Kearney Jr. Kearney Jr. going to his right, lost the dribble, picked up by teammate Jaden Johnson, who's going to go to JT Johnson as the possession continues. About a minute has come off the board here already. Here's the move, Marvin Kearney Jr., kick to the corner. It's a 3, launched in a 3 hit. Jaden Johnson wastes no time getting on the stat sheet. 3-0, Mustang leads. 7 minutes left to go exactly. Here's the drive. It's Elijah Matthews trying to get all the way to the rim, and he's going to have a whistle blown for him. Looks like that foul is going on number 32, Taylor Stevens. This will be, I think they're going to try and change this to a shooting foul. And it appears that that will be the case. So Elijah Matthews will head to the line. a chance to cut into this early Mustang lead. His first is up and bounces around and falls. So it's 3-1 after the made free throw. Just under 7 minutes left to go, 6:59. Seconds up, and that one good as well. Elijah Matthews knocks down both. The 6'1 junior. He's a lights-out player on the football field as well. Clearly has some ice in his veins on the basketball side. Jaden Johnson going quick, 2 steps, trying to fling one to the corner, but it's tipped and stolen away by Jordan Hawkins. Hawkins in trouble. He's got to get the pass off to Elijah Matthews. After the steal, Carl Albert looks to take a lead. Crossover move from Matthews. Now he's behind the back, steps back, flings one to the far corner. There's a drive inside. Extra pass. LeBron Royal goes up and comes down with a foul. Holding his left shoulder, however, took a shot kind of to that pec chest area. That foul goes back on number 32, Taylor Stevens. LeBron Royal going to head to the line to shoot a couple. 6:33 left to go in the first quarter already. He's got 2 shots. He makes the first. It's a tie game. Taking his time, by the way, not in any rush right here. Finally, shots up, and he knocked it down. 3-3 tie game. Royal has one more free throw on the way. Not fazed at all by anything going on in this gymnasium. That student section not getting to LeBron Royal. The longest free throw rhythm I have ever seen, and he misses the second. We stay tied 3-3. Marvin Kearney Jr. brings it up the floor. He calls out a play. He's got number 3, Jordan Johnson, to his left. They go around the perimeter. A man open on the wing. It's number 20, Jonah Edmond. He's got it. Another 3 made for the Mustang Broncos. 6'3", 6'11", a loose dribble. Carl Albert able to pick it back up, but Hawkins is in trouble. Able to go over to Austin Johnson, left wing. Johnson working on Edmond, step back, no 3. Now he makes his move, crossover, left side, getting to the baseline, pull-up jumper, too strong. Fell right in the hands of JT Johnson. Johnson up the floor against LeBron Royal, slows it down past mid-floor. Now he goes over to number 3, Jaden Johnson. One man on him. LeBron Royal still holding his left shoulder. JT Johnson has it back. Now he'll vacate and go down to the baseline. Jaden Johnson from way downtown, off the side of the rim, nearly had the 3. Number 3, Jordan Hawkins, brings it up the floor. See what he's got here, going over to his right. One man, it's Elijah Matthews. Gets into the lane, pull-up jumper, spinning around, in and out. Rebounded by Taylor Stevens. Stevens up, far side of the floor. Here's Jaden Johnson getting past multiple defenders, gets a little bit of contact, and the whistle's blown on the floor. Clock stops at 5:15, 6-3. Mustang leads by 3. 3 points have come from Jaden Johnson, another 3 from Jonah Edmond at this point. The inbound for Mustang, they're going to go out to the left corner. 3 on the catch and shoot, just short. That was Jaden Johnson trying another. Carl Albert trying to tie this game back up. 5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. They immediately go to Austin Johnson, who lets the 3 fly, and in rhythm like clockwork, tie game, 6-6. Left wing right there, no trouble for him. Marvin Kearney Jr. goes left hand all the way to the rim. He's got 2. Talk about wasting no time. Kearney Jr. end to end. And another stolen ball. Mustang 2-on-2. Fast break going up. Edmond alone, and he banks it in for 2 more. Jonah Edmond didn't get ahead of himself, kept it controlled. Now it's a 10-6 game. Here's Johnson, 1-on-3, and a foul call. Johnson will head to the line. Looks like the foul is being assessed to Edmond. That's the first personal on Edmond. Johnson at the line, he hits the first. 10-7. He's got one more coming here. Clock stopped at 4:25. His second attempt. Lane violation. He made it. Doesn't matter too much. Timeout taken from Carl Albert. The score 10-8. Mustang leads on the home floor. 4:25 left to go in this quarter. We are back after this quick commercial break Don't go anywhere, and thanks again to Hoop OKC and Ship It Sooner for their support of the broadcast.
When technology has you screaming at the office, call Simplify Tech Solutions at 405-981-1011. Located at 4221 North MacArthur Boulevard, Simplify Tech Solutions features IT management, business phone systems, manages Wi-Fi, and offers repair and support. Simplify your Wi-Fi before the emotional breakdown by calling Simplify Tech Solutions. Locally owned and operated at 405-981-1011. 405-981-1011. Simplify Tech Solutions.
We're back from timeout. It was a Carl Albert called timeout, 4:25 on the clock, 10-8 the score. This is going to be, in my opinion, it's most likely going to end up like that women's game was, where it is a tight contest all the way to the end, a battle to the final whistle. Mustang has ball here. The Broncos will bring it up the floor. Full court defense coming out from Brandon Rogers right here on the Carl Albert side. He's matched up on Jaden Johnson. Johnson goes right, step back, long two, fadeaway shot too short. Bounces off a couple of hands, but Carl Albert comes up with it. Now it's a 2-on-3 on the other end. But look at Brandon Rogers. He wasn't taking it himself. Got the layup. It didn't go. Let's see who they ruled this was last touched by. It appears to be a black jersey. Yes, last touch by Carl Albert, 4:01 left to go. Broncos inbound. They've got it in cleanly to Marvin Kearney Jr. I mentioned Kearney Jr. is a player who figures to have a big impact on this game. Goes with a risky handoff right there to Jonah Edmond, and it does not pay off. A turnover on Mustang gives that ball right back to Carl Albert. Now under 4 minutes, 3:50 left to play. The Titans with a chance to tie this game or take a lead. On ball screen. Going all the way to the rim was number 1, Elijah Matthews, and a whistle blown as LeBron Royal went up for the rebound. Looks like they're hitting number 21, Marvin Kearney Jr., for his first personal foul. That is 4 team fouls in this first quarter. Inbound for Carl Albert, going with the bounce pass right to Jordan Hawkins. He goes straight up, got the shot off, no good. Kearney Jr. with the rebound. Kearney Jr.'s got to get out of trouble. He goes down, ripped away by Carl Albert, and they've got the putback right underneath the bucket. That's Austin Johnson, the junior guard, with the opportunistic offense. Or defense, I should say. 10-10, 3:25 left to go. Kearney Jr. over to the left wing. Bring it back out towards the top is Taylor Stevens. He's got Jaden Johnson. Excuse me, that's JT Johnson. Couple quick passes around, back in the hands of Stevens. He's still going to the left side. Now there's the drive all the way to the rim. Johnson went up. Would have been blocked by LeBron Royal, but there's a foul called on it. The foul goes on number 3, Jordan Hawkins. That sends JT Johnson to the line. He'll be shooting 2. Ball is up, and that one good. JT Johnson on his first free throw attempt of the game sinks his first and gives his team the lead back. 3:11 left to go in the first. 11-10 the score. His second up, that one too strong. He goes 1 for 2 on that trip to the line. 3 minutes left to go. Nearly stolen away by Mustang, but it's in cleanly. That was number 1, Elijah Matthews, looking for LeBron Royal, stolen away by Mustang this time. Down to bring up the floor, JT Johnson with 2 defenders on him, trapped at mid-floor, needs somewhere to go, timeout taken by Mustang. That's a smart decision right there from the Mustang bench. They saw that no one was around to help JT Johnson, so they're just going to play it safe. No reason to let another turnover go when you've only got a 1-point lead. 30-second timeout. We'll be back here shortly.
Pearl Vision, home of the 40% off lenses with purchase of frame deal. Come visit our 2 wonderful locations, one at Yukon at 12444 Northwest 10th Street and Midwest City at 5908 Southeast 15th Street. We've got an amazing optometrist waiting to serve you at the Yukon location, and we do prescription pickup and drop-offs out at Midwest City. Come see us at Pearl Vision. We'll get you and your family seeing right.
So I'm looking at the box score right now for Oklahoma baseball's home opener against Coppin State. 22-1, OU won with 16 hits and 20 RBIs. They had a home run as well. That's nuts. I mean, I feel bad for Coppin State, but I mean, I wonder how much they were paid to play that game. Anyways, back in the action here in Mustang. JT Johnson from the right wing, going to let a 3 fly. It doesn't go, rebounded by Carl Albert. They look up the floor to Brandon Rogers. Now they go back to Jordan Hawkins. Jordan Hawkins shot no good. A fight for the rebound. Royal can't come down with it cleanly, just going to be a jump ball. That was LeBron Royal and Marvin Kearney Jr. tangled up for the rebound. Both players extremely tough, extremely physical. Right there, they were evenly matched. Mustang ball after the jump. Bring out the floor is Marvin Kearney Jr. He's got Jordan Hawkins on him. Goes with the quick handoff to JT Johnson. Johnson dribbling around on the right wing, stumbling 2 steps, threw up a wild hook shot, was blocked. Johnson kind of pleading his case for the official there. It's just going to go down in the books as a block. Sticking with Mustang here, they get to inbound it, 2:14 on the clock, still with a 1-point lead, 11-10. Inbounds goes out high to Edmond. He's going to swing it back to the top of the key. We're going right back to the wing, though. Jordan Johnson now, 2 steps into the lane, fadeaway shot, got a whistle. See who this is going on. Appears to be a 1-1. Or excuse me, 21, Brandon Rogers. Brandon Rogers just took his first personal. Has either side made a sub yet? I don't think either team has even put a sub on the floor. First free throw is made by Jaden Johnson. 12-10, and now we have some subs coming on. They must have heard me. Looking at number 11, Gibson Johnson, number 12, Darian Thomas, and number 45, Big Jackson Wilkerson on the floor. See number 45, 6'7". He's a freshman forward. To be that tall as a freshman is scary. Second free throw is up. This one unfriendly bounce, rebounded by the freshly subbed on Wilkerson. Jordan Johnson goes 1 of 2. 12-10 again, 2 minutes left to play in the first. Here's Brandon Rogers on the drive into the lane, kicked it out to the corner. No shot opens up. They hit Austin Johnson from straight away. He puts up the 3. That one no good, rebounded by Gibson Johnson. The possession continues for Carl Albert. Here's Austin from the left wing. Johnson drives into the lane, and a lot of contact. He's going to get the whistle. Looks like this foul is going on Jonah Edmond based on the reaction there, and that will be the case. That is 5th team foul, so that puts Carl Albert in the bonus for the rest of this quarter. Austin Johnson at the line. His first is up, and no good. 1:43 left to go in this game. No, not in this game, in this quarter. If it was 12-10 at the end of the game, we probably weren't watching some very good basketball. But in this quarter, Austin Johnson on his second is up, and he does sink that one. 12-11 brings it back within 1. Now next trip to the free throw line could at least tie it up for Carl Albert. Jaden Johnson brings out the floor in no hurry at all. 90 seconds left to play in the quarter. Johnson gets an on-ball screen. Off of the pick, he drives right side, trying to get into the lane. Lost the dribble. Taken away by Carl Albert. They look up the floor. Here's Austin Johnson. Got the shot up. Threw a lot of contact, but he's good for 2. 13-12, the Carl Albert Titans lead. Again, the Broncos playing slowly. There's an on-ball pick off of this. JT Johnson launches the 3. Too strong. Rebounded by Carl Albert once again. This time it's Brandon Rogers to come down with it. Rogers looking to his right. Now he makes his move to the free throw line. Spot up jumper. Knocks it down in rhythm. 15-12. All of a sudden, Carl Albert out by 3. Less than a minute to play. 48 seconds. JT Johnson off the pass of Jordan Johnson. Gets to the free throw line. Lost the dribble himself, but he's going to get the foul call. It's going on Darian Thompson, the junior guard. That is 3rd team foul, I believe, on Carl Albert. And now a couple of subs come on for the Mustang side. I see number 1 and number 12 on the floor. That'll be Andrew Reynolds and Gavin Milligan. Milligan, the inbounder, he hits Andrew Reynolds, who immediately lost the ball. Turnover on Mustang. Andrew Reynolds, senior guard, comes in at 6'3". Saw him a little bit, I believe, against Edmond Memorial, but we definitely saw Gavin Milligan against Edmond Memorial. He's a 6'4" senior guard. Carl Albert on offense. They bring it past midfloor uninterrupted. Here's Austin Johnson, gives the pass up. Darian Thomas looking back to his left. He has Brandon Rogers. Rogers to the free throw line, step back, swing to the corner. Now a baseline drive, hesitation move, shots up, whistle blown. That is Darian Thomas who was on the drive right there. Sounds like the foul is being assessed to Marvin Kearney Jr., his second personal. Well, one thing about these two teams, they are not afraid to attack the rim. in and out. Darian Thomas misses his first. Onto the floor, Jackson Webster, junior forward, here for Carl Albert. Thomas has one more free throw coming. Darian Thomas, in front of a packed gymnasium, goes over 2. Rebounded by Andrew Reynolds, but he's in trouble. Able to get the swing pass up to J.T. Johnson. Johnson jump pass up the floor. Here's Marvin Kearney Jr. from the left side. Flings one into the stands. I think that got someone in the head over there. Got to keep your head on a swivel, man. I know it's not baseball, but you never know when a foul ball is going to go flying into the stands here. 10 seconds left to play after the Mustang turnover. 3-point lead for Carl Albert, and look how fast Gibson Johnson drives inside the line, but he lost the dribble. Now it's a fast break. 1-on-2 on the other end. Laying it in is Jaden Johnson right at the buzzer. We end the first quarter with a 15-14 Carl Albert lead, and it should have been a little bit more if they didn't get a little bit sloppy on the other end, but that's neither here nor now. 50-second break thanks to Ship It Sooner, your local shipping experts. Visit them today at shipitsooner.com. Call 405-256-6264. And thanks again to Hoop OKC for their support of the stream. Let's hear about Hoop OKC a little bit right now.
Introducing a new veteran-owned and operated business, Hoop OKC. Hoop OKC provides a unique mobile arcade basketball experience to set your next social gathering apart from the norm. We bring the lights, the energy, and the fun to any event you can imagine. If you want the kids and adults having a blast at your next event, now is the time to lock it in. This new family business is servicing all of the OKC Metro. Hoop OKC. Go to hoopokc.com or call 405-448-0099. That's Hoop OKC. KC 405-448-0099.
And we are out of timeout here. 8 minutes back on the clock for the second quarter. Carl Albert has ball first. To inbound will be number 11, Gibson Johnson. He's just going to go straight to Darian Thomas. These two players like to work really, really quick here as the clock gets back to running. Thomas has it going to the right side. He's got a quick pass over to the corner. Now let's see what happens here. Corner player tangled up, and they have to go around the world. Now it's back in Darian Thomas's hand on the left wing. He picks up the dribble, jump pass all the way over to Gibson Johnson, who stands in front of the Mustang bench. 30 seconds have come off the clock, and nothing has opened up for Carl Albert. There's a catch-and-shoot opportunity for Austin Johnson. He fakes, gets into the lane, gets blocked. The ball is picked up underneath. The shot no good. An offensive rebound nearly stolen away by Mustang, but Carl Albert stakes with it. Darian Thomas off the nice pass inside from Jackson Webster has 2. It's a 17-14 lead after an admittedly strange possession. On the other end, Gavin Milligan takes an ill-advised shot and gets blocked, stolen. On the other end, Mustang steals it right back from Carl Albert. These two guys going back and forth. A long three taken from the Broncos. That one off the mark. After a minute of play, Carl Albert has put on 2. Pass down low. It hit the freshman Jax Wilkerson, but I think he just lost the dribble. J.T. Johnson on the other end puts up a shot that got blocked, but he got the ball back, and he goes for a second. Weird. What a weird quarter. 17-16 is back to a 1-point lead. The Titans have it well beyond the 3-point arc. Gibson Johnson has Jackson Webster to his left. He goes to the free throw line. Now it's back in the hands of Gibson Johnson. He puts up a 3 from the left wing. No good. On the fight for it, it is eventually going to be out on number 32, Taylor Stevens, who was fighting and didn't know where it went. 6:20 now left to go in this quarter. Number 1, Andrew Reynolds brings it past mid-floor. He hits J.T. Johnson on the right. Johnson gets all the way into the lane, and there's enough contact to necessitate a foul call here. I don't think he would have gotten past Jax Wilkerson anyways. So getting these free throws is about the best he could have asked for. J.T. Johnson 1 of 2 from the free throw line. This free throw is up and good. Make that 2 of 3. He has 4 points on his game. On the floor right now, number 3, Jaden Johnson has 6. Everybody else scoreless. Johnson lines up his second in a tie game. Can't break it. 17-17 it remains. And the big man Wilkerson got the rebound. Now 6 minutes left to go in this half. Here's number 12, Darian Thomas. He's looking back to his left. Hits catch Manley, who's on the floor now, wears number 2. Manley over to Thomas. Thomas jump pass stolen away by the Broncos. It's Jaden Johnson trying to push the tempo, trying to stay aggressive. He encounters heavy resistance, but good ball handling. Now he drives inside the three-point line, kicks it back out. Milligan all the way to the baseline. Late shot blocked by Wilkerson, got the ball back, and his second chance is good. How he stuck with that ball, I don't know. How he got the second shot off, I doubly don't know. 19-17, Mustang leads in the second quarter, but Darian Thomas is going to try to say something about it. And one for Darian Thomas. Went with the right-handed layup through contact. Looks like the foul is going on number 32, Taylor Stevens. That's bad news for Stevens. That's his third personal. He's going to have to come off the floor. Marvin Kearney back on the floor in his place. Here's the free throw from Darian Thomas, trying to break this tie game. Shots up and good. 20-19. Carl Albert leads with 5:24 left to go in the second quarter. Johnson will bring it up the middle of the floor. He's matched up on Gibson Johnson. This is JT. He goes with the jump pass to his left. Hits Gavin Milligan. Milligan trying to get a sling pass, and he's stuffed right there by Darian Thomas. These passes risky. 2-on-1 fast break. Shots up. No good off the front of the rim. Mustang trying to get the rebound. Wild passes, and it just goes out of bounds as both teams again get way too wild, way too out of control. 20-19, it stays. 4:59 is where the clock stops. Number 11, Gibson Johnson, takes the inbound. Johnson over to catch Manley. Manley matched up on Kearney Jr. Gets a screen from Wilkerson. Now he's going right side. Back to Wilkerson. Wilkerson maintains the ball. Now he gives the pass up to Gibson Johnson. Johnson back to Wilkerson. Nice entry to Wilkerson, but he got the ball tipped away. Potential fast break here from Mustang. Bringing up the floor is Gavin Milligan. He gets past a couple of defenders. Was able to hit Marvin Kearney Jr., who made a move to the baseline, but he was fouled. Looks like the foul is going to go on number 11, Gibson Johnson. This will not be on the shot, just going to be an inbounds here for Mustang. Kearney Jr. to inbound this one, see where he's looking. He was looking to the corner, but immediately tipped by Carl Albert. On the floor right now, Jaden Johnson has 6. JT Johnson has 4. Gavin Milligan has 2. And Marvin Kearney Jr. has 2. LeBron Royal back on the floor here for Carl Albert. He is accompanied by number 21, Brendan Rogers. A pair of seniors returns to the floor. Getting very good defensive lineup. That's what Carl Albert has had all year. They always roll out good defensive lineups. The inbounds goes to Andrew Reynolds. Reynolds with 2 defenders on him, able to get through the middle of them. He puts up a tough mid-range shot. How about the move from Andrew Reynolds to split the defenders? 21-20, Mustang leads by 1. Here's the move, Brandon Rogers, step back, hit his man, Gibson Johnson, long 3, no good. Fell right into the hands of Gavin Milligan. Milligan with the up-court pass. It's an easy right-handed layup for JT Johnson. 23-20, the Bronco lead is 3. Thomas in trouble, gets to the free throw line. Hesitation move, 2 steps, able to get the pass off to catch Manley. Manley brings it back up towards the middle of the floor. He's got a bounce pass to Gibson Johnson. Excuse me, that was Brandon Rogers. Rogers slings one to the corner. In trouble is catch Manley. Needs somewhere to go. Able to hit Darian Thomas. Thomas got the shot up, but it's no good. The offensive rebound, the putback from LeBron Royal does go. 23-22. 3:37 left to play in this half. Jaden Johnson now gets a screen from Gavin Milligan. He's going to go left hand into the lane. Backs off one defender. Offensive foul. And I kind of agree with that one, unfortunately, on Jaden Johnson. Threw out the right arm, the right elbow. Plenty of contact there and right in front of an official. He's going to call that every day. Number 1, Elijah Matthews, and number 3, Jordan Hawkins back on the floor. Looks like they are going to be accompanied by Austin Johnson as well, which I believe means we have all starters back on the floor. Elijah Matthews will take the inbounds with Carl Albert down 1, 23-22. The last time these two teams met, it was a pretty handily Mustang win. Jordan Hawkins step back, able to hit Brandon Rogers. Rogers looking to LeBron Royal on the right side. Royal makes his move to the baseline, spins, right-handed finish, got it blocked. It's picked up by Mustang. The possession is going to continue for the black jerseys. Rogers will just back it off. Now he gets the bounce pass. No give and go. Stepping into the shot is number 10, Austin Johnson. His 2 from straight away, no good. Carl Albert with another offensive lapse. They got to hit this shot and airballed. 3 from Mustang, but again, they keep it alive. It's going to be a 3 from the left wing. And it took 4 opportunities, but eventually Brandon Rogers finds home. 25-23. I guess you got to give it up to Carl Albert there for playing and all the way to the end of the play. Marvin Kearney Jr. goes with the floater from straight away. His right-handed shot no good. 2.5 left to play in this first half, and they've got me tired over here on the scorers table. Jordan Hawkins goes all the way to the glass with the left hand. It's no good, no foul call. This ball going to roll out of bounds, but it's going to be last touch by LeBron Royal is what the official says. Royal disagrees with the call, but Andrew Reynolds going to head to inbound it. There's a couple of white jerseys up the floor, but it doesn't matter. Jaden Johnson got past them all. Johnson was over on the far side of the floor, just took right step, went through multiple defenders all the way to the glass. No one stopped him. 25-25 with 2 minutes left to play in the half. Long contested 2 right there for Austin Johnson from the far side. No good. Marvin Kearney Jr. comes down with the rebound. Kearney Jr. lost the dribble at mid-floor, and this is an easy 2 for Brandon Rogers after the pass. Another small mistake. Mustang's got to be careful about that. They are as talented as anybody else in the state, but occasionally they make those small mental mistakes. A 3 from way downtown, no good. On the fight to keep it alive, there was a whistle blown. I think we're having a timeout here. Andrew Reynolds launched the 3. Now, I'm just going to say out on Mustang here. But Reynolds launched the 3. I mean, he had room for it, but Mustang hasn't hit that yet. This is a close game. I mean, I would rather you just, keep attacking the board there. 1.5 minutes left to play in the first half. Elijah Matthews, the ball handler. Crossover move, going to the free throw line, kicks it to the corner. Here's Jordan Hawkins all the way to the glass. His shot is up. It doesn't fall. He's in trouble on the ground. Picked up by Mustang. They've got JT Johnson. Johnson with the lob. He's got his brother, Jaden Johnson, and a foul. Johnson's shot doesn't fall. He was right underneath the rim, but he's going to get free throws. Elijah Matthews takes the foul call. That is Matthews' second personal. Here's the free throw, and it is good for Jaden Johnson. Johnson has 9 points on his day. He's trying to make that 10 before half. Currently the scoreboard reads 27-26, Carl Albert favored. Second free throw is up, and that one rattles home. He goes 2-2 on that trip. He's 3 of 4 from the line on the night. Quick end on the other side, and Elijah Matthews put up a mid-range jumper. It was no good. The ball goes out of bounds, last touch by Carl Albert. Yeah, they're not even giving me time to call the play. Carl Albert is working that fast. It's a fired pass up the floor and an immediate jump shot. Just hasn't been falling right now for the Titans. Jaden Johnson goes right hand all the way to the right block. Throw up a wild hook shot. It is no good. Carl Albert back on the other end. A nice move by the LeBron Royal, but his shot goes right to the bottom of the rim. Here's Mustang to press the advantage up the floor. Jaden Johnson, now he's got the pass to JT Johnson, and Johnson hits Johnson, who hits Gavin Milligan. On the baseline, Milligan picks up 2. 30 seconds left to go. Austin Johnson gets all the way to the rim. Let's see if this is on the foul or on the shot. I think the signal is that it's going to be on the shot. So number 10, Austin Johnson, picks up 2. He's got an and 1 coming. Austin Johnson at the line, shooting 1. Johnson will be shooting 1 here. His shot's up, and it's made. Breaks the deadlock. 28.4, 30-29 the score. The Broncos trail by 1 on the home floor. Gavin Milligan brings out the floor against Elijah Matthews. Milligan with a crossover move. Looking to go to his right. Now he drives inside the three-point line. Lost the dribble. 2 defenders on him. Needs to get the pass off. Try to get Marvin Kearney Jr. on the baseline, but it goes right through the hands. Another turnover on Mustang right here at the end of the half. It's going to allow the Titans to be the last possession of this quarter. Elijah Matthews dribbles inside the line. Now he steps back, starts the attack. Able to hit Brandon Rogers. Rogers gets all the way to the rim, but his shot no good, and there's a foul called. And this time it's a pair of Mustang players, JT Johnson and Gavin Milligan, who can't believe the foul call. The foul call goes on JT Johnson. That takes Brandon Rogers to the line, the 6'2 senior guard. His shot's up. His first, no good. 3.1 seconds left to go in the second quarter. No matter what happens here, it's enough time to throw in an inbound and launch it from half court. Second free throw. That one no good as well. I think that means the student section gets a cookie. Off of the missed free throw, the attempted rebound takes about, we'll call it 1.5 off the clock. 1.8 left to go. It's going to be Mustang basketball here. Gavin Milligan to inbound. Touchdown pass, able to hit Jaden Johnson. Does he get the shot off? He does. No foul call. Well, I mean, pretty interesting that he could even get the shot off in the first place. We go to half, 30-29. Carl Albert leads by 1. To say that was a wild first half, I feel like would be an understatement. That was an out-of-control first half at times. Thanks to Ship It Sooner, 210 North Mustang Mall Terrace, Hoop OKC. Call 405-448-0099 for Hoop. And, of course, thanks to Simplified Tech Solutions and Apple Tree Antique Gallery, who are doing their third weekend of the month sale right now, Apple Tree Antique. They're serving goulash tomorrow, 12 noon, until it's gone. So stop by. We're going to break. Here's the Blake Nightingale halftime show. Catch this interview with the one, the only, Blake Nightingale.
Hello again, everyone. We're back here on the main street of America in Oklahoma City, back at one of our favorite places, State Farm Insurance, Blake Nightingale. Blake, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. It's a beautiful spring day here in Oklahoma City, and so excited for all the upcoming things coming our way. So
that's right. It's even still February, and we're in spring. I love Oklahoma.
It feels like spring.
That's right. Well, I tell you what, speaking of spring, want to talk again about the weather coming up. I mean, we got to think about our roofs, our property with the storms that move in.
Yeah.
What kind of insurance can you help people with?
Yeah, the number one claim that most Oklahomans deal with is the hail storms, right? And the wind and tornadoes and all that kind of stuff. And so no better time than right now to start preparing for the spring season. And so what does that look like? Just make sure you're reviewing your policies, make sure you know what coverage you have. And most importantly, making sure that you've got the right person to take care of you. So.
And you are it. And that's the thing I like too, is I always hear this on TV sometimes when I watch, is call us at 1-800, but you have no idea who these people are.
Yeah.
Right here, people come in and talk to you, and your staff is excellent. Yeah. So tell us about that. Why is that advantage?
Yeah, I love having 6 people here. The number one thing I love about it is that you can call and you can talk to the same person over and over. And most people, insurance is an afterthought until you got that question. And you don't want to be on hold for 30 minutes trying to talk to somebody that doesn't know you. We know you personally. We know your story. And that's what we take pride in, is taking care of you and knowing who you are.
Very good. Well, I have a couple of questions. Number one question, we were talking about the spring. Should people look at the roofs before the weather hits? Should they even look at it, get some kind of knowledge of how the roof looks? What should they do to prepare?
Yeah, a couple things I think that are very important as we go into the spring season. One is to get your roof checked. A lot of roofing companies will do it for free. I think another thing to do is go ahead and do a video inventory of all your stuff. So what I just tell people is take a video, go each room to room, and that way if there's ever a catastrophic event, you know exactly what you have, so you don't have to think about it in that time. And then the most important thing is know your deductibles, know your coverage. Make sure you have full replacement costs, and make sure you know what the out-of-pocket expenses look like, so you can prepare so that whenever something does happen, and hopefully we have a lighter season this year in Oklahoma, but that's
Absolutely.
not likely, obviously. But again, you know what you have, and that's the most important thing I tell people. So.
Yeah, the pre-maintenance helps cut down the panic when something does happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And just obviously, knowing what to expect, and making sure you've got a plan in place. And so, with all these storms that come through, those out-of-state roofers start coming in. And,
yes.
And it just builds a lot of anxiety with people. And so knowing ahead of time and having a plan in place is the best way to go about it. So.
Do roofers and insurance companies like State Farm, do they ever work with roofers? Do you ever recommend a roofer, or you can't do that?
Yeah, so there's a lot of roofers that we've dealt with and that are great. I would just tell you go local. If they're knocking on your door, then chances are they're out of state, and that can get you some concerns. And so I would say choose local and choose who you trust, and usually they'll take care of you. So.
All right, I had this question come up, and I wanted to ask you about it. Business insurance. People are in an office building, and they're wanting to move furniture or move stuff in, and the building management says, "Do you have insurance? What if somebody busts out the door, out the glass window you go through, the door window?" Tell us about why it's wise to have insurance in your office building, and how does that safeguard you?
Yeah, so we insure. A lot of times State Farm always thinks people only think about auto and home, and we insure business, life insurance, health insurance. And so when it comes to business specifically, one of the biggest things is making sure you protect your personal property. Theft and water damage tend to be larger claims for people, but it is always important when you're dealing with a business entity that you have the ability to maybe be sued or liability concerns, that you have coverage in place for that. And so that's, again, why we love having 6 people here. We're a knowledgeable resource. We love to take care of customers and help in all their needs. We kind of view ourselves as a one-stop shop, and we'll take care of all the insurance needs you might have. So.
Well, knowledge also helps wisdom, and having the wisdom to do something about it, because I'm one of these to put it off and say, I should have done it already.
Yeah, exactly.
And I did see that recently, where some people were moving out. They were moving out of the building, and somehow or another, you know how Murphy's Law works, they busted a window.
Yeah.
Totally by accident, but they did it. And that's why it's important to have insurance in there.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, insurance, most people, it's not on top of mind until a claim happens. And then it's like, what did I get myself into? That's why we're here to help. We want to make sure we foresee the future and what could happen, and make sure you're protected. And you can call us or text us anytime. And that number is 405-728-1313. And we would love to be a resource for you.
And once you tell us your address and any other final words you'll say before we cut and get back to where we're at.
Yeah, so we're located here off of Northwest Expressway, 7304 Northwest Expressway here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And again, like I said, text or call. The biggest thing that I tell you going into the spring, doesn't hurt to shop, doesn't hurt to make sure you've got the right coverage in place, and we would love to be a resource for you. So.
And I might add that, Blake, you're a family man. You know what it's like to raise a family and take your kids places and just all of that. So you're very knowledgeable and have empathy toward families that are needing to get insurance to take care of them.
Yeah, we love to hear the personal story of each one of you, and we love to take care of you and help in any way we can.
Well, thank you, Blake. Thanks for sponsoring all of our sports in Bethany High School and all that we do. Yeah. We appreciate all you do, Blake.
Yep. Thanks. Go Broncos.
And we are back here at Mustang High School in Mustang, Oklahoma. Halftime of our men's game between the, obviously, Mustang Broncos and the Carl Albert Titans. At half, a 30-29 Titans lead. And, guys, I am looking at this stat sheet. This is maybe the most even stat sheet I have ever seen in my life, and we'll get into it in a second. Blake Nightingale sponsors this halftime show. He's at 7304 Northwest Expressway. There you go, got it right that time, back in Oklahoma City. Thanks to Blake Nightingale. Looking at this, the team lead in points for Carl Albert currently sits with Austin Johnson, number 10. He's got 4 of 9 shooting from the field. He's knocked down 1 of his 4 three-pointers, and he's gotten 3 extra off of the free throws as well. On the Mustang side, their leading scorer is Jaden Johnson with 10. He's 3 of 7 from the field, 1 of 3 from beyond the arc, and hit 3 of his 4 free throws. So to say, 12 to 10, yeah, that's pretty close. Okay, let's look at the second highest scorer. Brandon Rogers for Carl Albert with 8. On the other side, it's JT Johnson with 6. Okay, that's pretty close too. Maybe slightly Carl Albert favor. Let's look at assists. Oh, that's 5 apiece. Let's look at blocks. Oh, it's 2 Carl Albert, 1 Mustang. How about steals? It's 8 Mustangs, 6 Carl Albert. That basically cancels out. Let's look at rebounds. Carl Albert has 18. Mustang has 14. They're even on defensive rebounds with 12 apiece, but Carl Albert has a few more offensive rebounds. That's pretty similar. Let's look at shooting percentages. 4 of 12 from the field in the first for Carl Albert. 5 of 11 from the field in the first for Mustang. 6 field goals made by each team in the second quarter. Both teams shooting just terribly from beyond the arc, to be completely honest with you. Mustang had a little bit better of a first quarter doing it. They were 2 of 6, but they were 0 of 2 on their attempts in the second. And throughout the first half, Carl Albert was 1 of 4 in both quarters. Really, the one difference has been the amount of free throws. Carl Albert has 8 free throws to Mustang's 5. But yeah, this is an extremely even stat line. These two teams are very well matched up here. And we're going to keep seeing that in the second half as we bring it back out of break. Don't expect this kind of a score to go anywhere. It's going to stay like this for the rest of the night. A 1-point lead at the end of the first quarter, a 1-point lead at the end of the second. We'll see if that stays true for the third when we come back from break. Thanks to Blake Nightingale, State Farm.
Timberlake Designs at 2829 South Douglas Boulevard in Midwest City is your call for custom cabinets design, cabinet tops, granite quartz with complete installation. For more than 20 years, Timberlake has been crafting cabinets for Central Oklahoma residential and commercial, dedicated to quality through craftsmanship, being the leader in customer service and custom cabinets. Timberlake Designs can help realize the home and kitchen of your dreams. Call 405-455-5248. That's 405-455-5248. Timberlake Designs.
All right, coming out of halftime break. Here we go. Mustang has ball first. Number 1, Andrew Reynolds will be the player to inbound this one. Both teams retake the floor. 8 minutes back on the clock. 30-29. Reynolds going to throw in the Jaden Johnson here. 1-3, and we're underway. Johnson brings it up the floor on the left side as things kick back into gear. He's going to go all the way down to the corner before he picks up his dribble. Now he has a player in the paint, and off of the assist, Gavin Milligan picks up 2. It's a great job by Milligan right there. He now has 6 on his game. 31-30, really quickly, Mustang takes the lead back, although it's by 1. Now here's Carl Albert on the other end, trying to kind of find their quick answer, as they have done many times today already. Number 21, Brandon Rogers, backs down a man all the way into the paint. He swings one out to the corner. Carl Albert will reset the offense. Now they go to the wing. There's LeBron Royal, bounce pass down low, able to hit Austin Johnson, the team's leading scorer. Johnson fires to the corner, jump catch, and a drive into the paint. It's a good right-handed 2 for Elijah Matthews. 32-31, a minute came off the clock. Back to a 1-point lead, Carl Albert. Jaden Johnson brings up the floor, still working to the left. Carl Albert really favoring that left side right now. He gets a screen, spins off of it, pick and roll. The shot's up, and there's a foul call. That's going to go on number 2, Catch Manley. No, excuse me, this is going to go on number 23, LeBron Royal. It's in number 12, Gavin Milligan to the line. Milligan will be shooting 2 here. His first is up and good. I said it in the first half, but anytime you can get free points, it's going to be extremely important in this game. Currently, we're all tied up 32 apiece. Second free throw is up, and that one no good. Rebounded by Royal, 6:50, and the clock is running. Carl Albert comes back up the floor on the right side. One player sets a screen, but the pass goes to Elijah Matthews. He fires back to the right wing. There's a step back from Brandon Rogers. He doesn't let the 3 fly. Brings it back out towards the broad side of the floor. Now he's looking right side. Bounce pass down low. Here's Austin Johnson. Johnson, one man on him. Spinning. Plant foot. Got to give it up. Brandon Rogers tries to restart the offense. And long pass to Elijah Matthews into the far corner. Matthews to Johnson. Johnson from the left corner lets the 3 fly. No good. Fouled his own shot and got the rebound. Bounce pass down low. Hits Royal. Royal has his second chance. A lot of contact. Somehow not a foul call or a travel call, but doesn't matter. Carl Albert didn't hit the shot. On the other end, you'll see number 21, Marvin Kearney Jr. from 3, right in front of his own bench. 35-32, Mustang has something closer to a sizable lead. 5:50 left to go in the third quarter already. Carl Albert not going to take that one, sitting down. Brandon Rogers and 1. Rogers with a right-handed drive from the left side of the floor earns himself a chance to tie this game up. On the floor, number 32, Taylor Stevens. He's accompanied by number 3, Jaden Johnson. So Rogers has his and one here. If he makes it, he's got 10 points on the night. And he does. Back to 35-35, 5:45 left to go in the third. 2 players on the floor right now for Carl Albert have double-digit points. That's Rogers and Johnson. Here's Mustang back on the offensive. Andrew Reynolds wisely gives the ball up to Gavin Milligan. He goes with the handoff to the freshly subbed on JT Johnson. Johnson fires one all the way to the far corner. Here's Taylor Stevens. Stevens on the baseline, has nothing going, gives it back to Jaden Johnson. Now Johnson drives, step back, no three, out to Stevens. Stevens left wing, that's not his shot, and he knows it, so he gives it up to Andrew Reynolds on the baseline. Reynolds brings it out, long, contested 2, it's no good. Rebounded by LeBron Royal. Just over 5 minutes left to play in this quarter. Brandon Rogers comes off the floor. Now he's looking to the right wing. It's a contested 3 for Jordan Hawkins, but no trouble for Jordan Hawkins. His 3 from the right side goes through. 38-35, Carl Albert leads. Well, I said that both teams were kind of poor shooting at 3 in the first. Seems like they heard that and are going to try to change that storyline. JT Johnson fakes, drives into the lane. Jump pass, hits Andrew Reynolds. Reynolds goes up with the left hand over a defender. Friendly bounce, and he got it to go. Andrew Reynolds tags on 2 as JT Johnson picks up an assist. Here's 21, Brandon Rogers for Carl Albert bringing up the floor. His LeBron Royal top of the key. Royal with a quick handoff as Austin Johnson. Johnson pulls it up. His shot no good. Rebounded. Oh, but stolen right away by Carl Albert, and that was Taylor Stevens on the rebound, who just got a little bit slow with it, a little bit head down, eyes down. Jordan Hawkins got the steal. And there's another steal. Elijah Matthews gets this one. No trouble on the other end, one-on-one. He goes up with the left hand. 5-point lead for Carl Albert on the back of 2 turnovers. Jaden Johnson spinning, left hand going to the baseline. Can't afford to lose a dribble here. Johnson steps back and slows it down. Fires to Taylor Stevens on the right side. Stevens hits his man, Gavin Milligan. Milligan pulls up for the contested 3. Unfriendly bounce, no good. Rebounded by Austin Johnson. Johnson up the floor. He's got a bounce pass down low. Here's Royal to back down 1 defender. Jump stop, got the right hand up. Friendly bounce, and it goes. LeBron Royal makes it 44-37. And the lead now is 7 for Carl Albert. This might be the biggest lead of the game on either side. Taking a timeout with 3:28 left to go in the third. Interesting development here in the third quarter. Carl Albert leads 44-37.
M&T Septic and Backhoe is your call for septic installation, pumping, and repair needs. M&T Septic and Backhoe has been installing septic systems for over 25 years. From home builders to homeowners, from old-fashioned septics to aerobic systems and lift stations, give M&T Septic and Backhoe a call at 405-387-9353. A call for all your septic systems, storm shelter, utility needs, offering free estimates and willing to work with you on all projects. Call 405-387-9353. M&T Septic and Backhoe.
The Oklahoma City Thunder are playing right now. They've got the Brooklyn Nets. Currently the Thunder up 57-42 over Brooklyn. They're in the third quarter as well. Back in the action here in Mustang, though, it's 3:21 on the clock as it stops again as the ball was punched out of bounds by Carl Albert. 44-37, the Titans lead here in the third. This is Jaden Johnson with the ball, getting a screen from Gavin Milligan. Gives that to Milligan in the right corner. Milligan drives towards the baseline, stops on a dime, trying to get a shot off, and he's up and good for 2. Gavin Milligan, 4 of 5 from the field. Carl Albert on the other end. They've got a swing pass, got a man to jump, and this was a high jump, but it doesn't matter. Jordan Hawkins with some excellent awareness right there. Had JT Johnson in the air, took his time, 47-39. The lead is 8 now for Carl Albert. Stevens, here's a wide open 3 for JT Johnson, can't hit it. Rebounded once again by Carl Albert. They're looking up the floor, but a wild pass is just going to be a turnover on Carl Albert. That was number 1, Elijah Matthews, looking for number 3, Jordan Hawkins. Hawkins was the one taking the blame for it. He kind of had that chest pat saying, I wasn't where he needed me to be. Call comes in from the bench. Here's Andrew Reynolds directing traffic. He's got Johnson to come out to him. That was Jaden Johnson. Now back to Reynolds, left corner. He opened up for the 3, but it's no good. Another rebound for Carl Albert. That was Reynolds' first attempt from beyond the arc. He can't hit it. Cross-court pass, catch and shoot, no dip. Oh, Austin Johnson hits the three from the right wing. I saw that in D1 basketball, a no-dip game winner. I think that's what the guys next to me are talking about. Here's another three on the other end, and this time Gavin Milligan doesn't miss. Milligan from the left wing answers 3 for 3. A minute 50 left to go in the third, 50-42. Carl Albert trying to open something up around the perimeter once again. Stepping into a three from straight away. No good on that time for Austin Johnson. Mustang gets the rebound. Pass up the floor. Jaden Johnson lines up the long three from way downtown. It doesn't go. Rebounded by Elijah Matthews. Matthews gets a little bit of contact, and that's enough to get the whistle blown. Foul is going to go on Jaden Johnson for his second personal. So Johnson with 2, Stevens with 3. Currently Stevens the closest to foul trouble, but even he has a few to give. A minute 25 left to go in the third now. The score is still 50-42. Carl Albert does lead by 8. Here's a contested three right wing. If this one goes, I don't know what to say, but it didn't fall. Rebounded by Stevens. Stevens over to number 1, Andrew Reynolds, who looks out floor to JT Johnson. Johnson gives it up to Jaden Johnson, still on that right wing. Jaden Johnson retreats back towards mid-floor, looking for a screen, blows past one defender, Euro step, and he's got 2 on the right-handed layup. Nice move right there from Jaden Johnson. Gotta love that. Well under control. Knew what he wanted to do the whole way to the bucket. Under a minute left to play, 50-44. Carl Albert's lead down to 6. Driving all the way to the rim is Austin Johnson. Right-handed finish. He pushes it back out to 8. Jaden Johnson from the line. Steps in, got to the lane, right-handed shots up, got the foul call. Looks like this foul is going to go on to Elijah Matthews, his third personal. So now both players have someone on the floor with 3 personal, but not for long, as it appears that Elijah Matthews is going to be subbed off. Can expect Gibson Johnson, the freshman guard, to come on in his place. 32 seconds even on the clock. Here's the free throw. That one no good. Again, this is Jaden Johnson at the line. He's taken 5 attempts from the charity stripe, knocked down 3 of them. He's got one more coming here to try and make it 4 of 6. Lines it up. Here's the shot. It's up, and that one good. It will be 4 of 6 from the line for Jaden Johnson. Now all these teams, or all these players interchanging, subs coming onto the floor. Back to the clock running, 30 seconds left to go. 52-45, Carl Albert leads. Here's Jordan Hawkins. Hawkins over to Matthews. Matthews did stay on the floor. It was actually LeBron Royal who was subbed off. Matthews with a spin move on Jonah Edward. He got the pass off to teammate Brandon Rogers. Rogers slows down the offense, 11 seconds to go. Bounce pass, left side to the hands of Austin Johnson. Number 10 is who they want to take the shot every time. 5 seconds left to go. He hits a man on the cut. There's a foul called, no shot. It was on the floor. Foul's going to hit number 3, Jaden Johnson, for his third personal. That's the team third foul. 3.3 left on the clock. Johnson with the inbound. Able to hit Jordan Hawkins. Hawkins just got to throw it up. Too short. Well defended by Mustang on the inbounds. That's where the third quarter ends. 52-45. Carl Albert had a big run there. Man, what a quarter that was. That was a 22-point third quarter for Carl Albert and a 16-point quarter for Mustang. At the rate we're going, we could see a 70-ish point game here for at least one of these teams. We'll find out when we come back. This is going to be a fun one, folks. This is going to be a fun ending.
Do it best at Evans Hardware. Since 1965, Evans Hardware has provided Midwest City with top-quality home improvement supplies and a one-of-a-kind shopping experience. At 1021 South Douglas Boulevard, Evans Hardware is family-owned and has the right products for every situation, including DIY projects, professional contracting, or quick fixes. Their satisfaction guarantee and quick turnarounds mean you'll always find what you need. So visit Evans Hardware in Midwest City. Or call 405-732-1898. That's 405-732-1898. Evans Hardware in Midwest City.
Thanks to Ship It Sooner and Hoop OKC. I never get used to that buzzer, for their support of the stream. Ship It Sooner, 210 North Mustang Mall Terrace. Hoop OKC can be brought out to anywhere For Hoop OKC, call 405-448-0099. For Ship It Sooner, call 405-256-6264. A reminder, tomorrow on GSN Sports and Talk and thegospelstation.com Sports and Talk, we have Bethany High School Class 4A playoffs back in Bethany. We'll be broadcasting that one audio only as well. We invite you to tune in. Should be more fun games. Those against Aztec Charter, the Comets, come to town. 8 minutes and counting here for the final quarter of our game tonight. 52-45, Carl Albert leads, and they've got ball first. See what they draw up. There's a nice feed down low. It frees up Austin Johnson, right wing. His shot no good. Rebounded by Jaden Johnson. Jaden Johnson looking at him, working quick. 1-on-2. Got the shot off. No good, no fouls. Rebounded by Austin Johnson. Johnson 3 of 5 from the field. Johnson over to Brandon Rogers. Rogers will back it off and run the play. Hits Elijah Matthews. Matthews looking down low to Austin Johnson. Johnson with a little bit of room, and that should be a travel call, and it will be. Johnson and Carl Albert were looking for a tipped ball to remove that travel, but they're not going to get it. 7:24 is where the clock stopped, 52-45. Andrew Reynolds at the logo, looking left, looking right, kind of moving people around. 2 off-ball screens that frees up Jonah Edmond. They go all the way around, back into the hands of Jaden Johnson. Johnson can't get the pass off. He kind of has to back it off. No, he goes left hand all the way into the lane. Got up underneath the defender, and look at that finish from Jaden Johnson. Can't keep that guy down for long. He's 4 of 6 from 2. Elijah Matthews brings up the floor, 52-47. The lead is 5 for Carl Albert with 6:50 left to play in the fourth quarter. Brandon Rogers with a nice entry lob. He hits Austin Johnson, and the junior guard continues an incredible scoring night. He's got 20 on his personal line. 6:34, 54-47. Here's Evan from that far corner. Gives it right back up to Andrew Reynolds. Reynolds over to Jaden Johnson. Johnson has a great scoring night himself. He goes left hand into the lane, got a lot of contact and a foul call. Looking at the lines, Johnson playing with 3 personal fouls, but he has 15 points. Number 12, Gavin Milligan, has 12 points. Next highest on the floor currently, JT Johnson with 6. Catch and shoot off of the inbounds right wing like clockwork for Andrew Reynolds. He now has 7, 1 of 2 from beyond the arc. 54-50. 6 minutes to play. A catch and shoot off of a lob, left wing. You got to be kidding me. Brandon Rogers. No time wasted. They just catch and shoot. Shooter's going to shoot, I guess. 57-50. Timeout taken by Mustang. Well, these two teams are going back and forth and back and forth. They trade 3 for 3. They trade 2 for 2. They even trade turnover for turnover sometimes. But throughout this second half, Carl Albert has had a decisive advantage. Mustang's got to find a way to erase this 7-point lead now, because very quickly we're going to be at the end of this game. Let's go to a break. When we come back, more from the fourth quarter. Thanks again to Ship It Sooner and Hoop OKC for their support of the broadcast. This is Mustang basketball on GSN Sports and Talk.
Stan's Plumbing is your locally owned, full-service, licensed, and bonded plumbing company, proudly serving the Oklahoma City Metro for over 30 years. Stan's provides all types of plumbing services like faucet and toilet repairs, sewer repair, and trenchless pipe replacement, water heater repair and installation, both tank and tankless, plus drain cleaning and jetting. All plumbers arrive with fully stocked trucks and can resolve your plumbing problems in a timely manner. Since 1988, Stan's Plumbing has held itself to a higher standard in plumbing. Call 405-721-5100 to schedule your appointment. Stan's Plumbing, Valley Service in a dirty business. 405-721-5100.
Hey, we are back coming out of timeout. Someone lost their keys here in Mustang Gymnasium, but I checked. It's not me. We're good. 5:57 on the clock as we return to action. 7-point lead for the Carl Albert Titans, and this game has kind of stayed at this deficit this entire second half. It's been about 7. They're trading blows back and forth, but neither one has really pulled away from this point. Jaden Johnson he's going to go with a lob down low. Extra pass out. Here's Andrew Reynolds, right wing. Air mails the 3. Rebounded by Carl Albert, and they throw the pass away. That was Gibson Johnson trying to look for Elijah Matthews. They were just completely not on the same page, and that's kind of what I mean. Trading mistakes back and forth as much as they're trading the scores back and forth. Mustang gets to inbound it, though. They really want to come away with points here. Andrew Reynolds takes it. He goes back out high to Jaden Johnson. Johnson off the screen, picked up the dribble. He's going to go back to Gavin Milligan. Milligan on the step back, one-on-one, makes his move left hand, stops, spins, trying to get up underneath, extra step. Oh, and a foul call. Foul's going to go on Austin Johnson. That's the first personal foul on Austin Johnson. Unfortunate that it will send Gavin Milligan to the line for Carl Albert. Milligan, 1 of 2 from the line already tonight. Shots up, and that one good. 2 of 3. Makes it 57-51. 5:28 left to go. Milligan taking this time here. We kind of saw this from LeBron Royal way earlier. A long free throw routine. Milligan's shot is up, and he's got them both, unlike Royal that early in the game. 3 of 4 on the game, 2 of 2 on that trip. 57-52, 5:22 left to go in this quarter. Nice bounce pass up the court to Austin Johnson. He's looking for somewhere to go. Has a cutter into the lane, but can't hit him. Goes instead to Jordan Hawkins. Hawkins to the free throw line. Goes with a quick handoff. He's got Elijah Matthews, who just pulls up for the 3, in and out. Rebounded by Gavin Milligan. Milligan looking up the floor. Jane Johnson, he likes to push the tempo in situations like this. He hits JT Johnson on the baseline. Cross-court pass brought down by Jordan Hawkins on the steal. Hawkins crossover move. He's going to get past JT. Now he goes all the way into the lane, crashing the board. Whistle blown. Defensive foul. It's going to go on Gavin Milligan for, I believe, Milligan's first. Marvin Kearney Jr. has apparently 4 personal fouls on him. I did not realize that had gotten up to that high of a number. First free throw is made by Jordan Hawkins. 4:51 left to play in the game. 58-52, the lead back out to 6. Number 12, Darian Thomas, back on the floor. Is going to give Elijah Matthews a break. Here's the second attempt. And that free throw made as well. Jordan Hawkins goes 2 of 2. 59-52, the lead back out to 7. Exactly where I said this game has been at since about the start of the second half. 4:44 left to go in this quarter. Hook shot pass down to the baseline. 2 defenders on Gavin Milligan. He's able to throw the pass way out high to JT Johnson. The possession will continue for the Broncos here. Jaden Johnson tangled up, able to get the pass to Milligan. Milligan looking down low. There's a pass to the baseline. Marvin Kearney Jr. trying to get a shot off. Tangled up with 2 defenders himself. Able to finally find the pass to one Andrew Reynolds. And Reynolds fouled on the shot. Looks like Brandon Rogers will take the foul. How Reynolds, I won't even say that, how Mustang stuck with that possession long enough to get the pass off there, I have no idea. There were essentially 4 defenders on the ball handler at any given moment, it felt like. Reynolds did miss his first. This is his first trip to the line. His second is made, 1 of 2. 59-53, 4:19 left to go. Gibson Johnson brings up the floor. He stops in the left corner. Fires back out high to Jordan Hawkins. Hawkins gets the ball stolen away. JT Johnson, one-on-one on the other end. Right-handed lay, and he's got it. JT Johnson, 3 of 4 from 2. 59-55, and this could be the run Mustang is looking for. Got to get one more defensive stand. Darian Thomas brings it up the floor. Gets a soft screen. Jump pass, extra to the corner. It's number 21, Brandon Rogers for 3. Couldn't hit that one. Brought down by JT Johnson. Johnson hits Jaden Johnson. One-on-one the other end, but Johnson's layup doesn't go. Rebounded by Carl Albert in turn. On the other end, you're looking at a bounce pass down low. Here's a tough fadeaway shot. Doesn't fall. The putback no good. 2 Carl Albert Titans can't come away with it. That was number 3, Jordan Hawkins and Brendan Rogers. Pass to the corner on the other end of the floor. Mustang's going to let the 3 fly. No good for Andrew Reynolds, but a whistle blown on the contest for the rebound. The foul goes on Gavin Milligan. That will be his second personal. Second team foul of this quarter. For the Broncos, it's 2. For the Titans, it's 3. Carl Albert ball now under half left in this quarter. 3:15 left to go. Carl Albert just trying to hold on for a little bit longer. Mustang trying to finish this comeback. Darian Thomas has it, step back, doesn't take the shot. He's got Kearney Jr. on him, bounce pass down low. Austin Johnson, step back, fade away long two, no good. Offensive rebound, LeBron Royal trying to go back up and one for 2-3 in black. Foul goes on J.T. Johnson. That'll be J.T. Johnson's second. 61-55, the lead is 6. Royal has a chance to make it 7. Clock stopped at 2:56. Well, it's senior night here in Mustang, Oklahoma. The women's team took a loss today. This Carl Albert Titans squad trying to hand both Mustang teams a loss. Royal on his free throw off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Jaden Johnson. 2:52. Johnson looks up the floor. He's got a man, it's Gavin Milligan. Right back to Johnson up top. Johnson hesitation, now he drives right hand all the way to the glass, and one for Jaden Johnson. The foul goes on number 21, Brandon Rogers. That makes it 61-57, and it is a 4-point game. If Jaden Johnson hits this, it is a one-possession game for the final 2:45. He does not. Rebounded by Royal. Carl Albert still maintains a multiple possession lead. 61-57, 2:35 left to go. They pass it around the perimeter. Finally, they free up Austin Johnson, far corner. Johnson's shot no good. Rebounded by Carl Albert. An offensive foul. LeBron Royal going to be hit with this one. An excellent, excellent sell by Jaden Johnson. Just got to give it up to the kid. That is the third personal foul on LeBron Royal. That does put Mustang in the bonus, and that is very big at this point in the game. Very, very big. Full court defense coming out from Carl Albert here. They're not going to let Mustang bring up the floor for free. 2:24. Here's J.T. Johnson working against Royal, trying to go quick with the left hand. Now he backs it off, able to get it in safely to Jaden Johnson as the call comes in from the bench. Johnson gets a small screen, goes right side all the way to the glass. No foul on this one. He's just good for 2. On the inbounds, it's risky for Carl Albert. They barely keep it alive. Mustang says he stepped out of bounds, but they're going to say he didn't on the officiating side. LeBron Royal on the baseline, right side, shots up, no good. Got his own rebound. He's blocked on the putback. Oh, but they're hitting Milligan with a foul. That's a tough one right there for Gavin Milligan, his third personal. And that is 4 team fouls on Mustang. Carl Albert was lucky to even get that one to the other end of the floor the way they inbounded that. Instead, it's going to turn into free throws for LeBron Royal. Royal has not been a great free throw shooter today. It's only a 2-point game, so for the Carl Albert side, he kind of has to hit these. His first is good. 62-59. A minute 54 left to go. Carl Albert still leads. Again, Mustang in the bonus. Carl Albert 1 foul away from bonus. Royal taking his time, trying to make it a 4-point game. And he can't hit it again. Another 1 for 2 trip, and Milligan brings down the rebound. Milligan's in trouble, hits the deck, stolen away by Carl Albert. They're going to go right back for 2. Timeout taken from Carl Albert. It's a 5-point lead for the Titans. Milligan tried to dribble through multiple defenders, but couldn't get through the traffic cleanly. A minute timeout. We'll be back into 60. 5-point lead once again for the Carl Albert Titans.
Relic Revival at 320 Elm Avenue in Yukon is Oklahoma's favorite antique store, offering an assortment of carefully selected treasures like neon clocks, signs, coins, clothes, furniture, and more. Located in the Old Mill Plaza, Relic Revival can be reached at 405-473-5125 and go to the website yukonvintagestore.com. Eric Brown at Relic Revival has collectibles, memorabilia, art pieces, and more. So remember to call Relic Revival 405-473-5125. There are no mundane items at Relic Revival, so stop by from 10 to 6 Tuesday to Friday and 10 to 3 on Saturday. Relic Revival is also on Facebook at Relic Revival OK, and if you stop by, you may meet your favorite naturalized Okie, Nigel Walsworth Higginbottom III. Relic Revival, 320 Elm Avenue in Yukon.
We are back out of timeout for the final minute 46. OU softball was playing earlier today as well. They were playing Duke. It ended up being a run rule win for OU softball, and get this, they ended it on a grand slam. That's the most OU softball way to win a game I've ever heard. A minute 45 in Mustang, Oklahoma. Mustang has ball. It's Jaden Johnson bringing out the floor. They have relied on number 3 heavily this game. They need him a few more times. A pass down low. Gavin Milligan spinning, trying to go up, right-handed finish. His shot's up, unfriendly roll. Fighting for the rebound. He can't get it, but Jaden Johnson comes down with it. His putback no good. Still a fight for the rebound. No white jersey has it. Finally, Carl Albert comes down with it. So Milligan missed a field goal, and Jaden Johnson missed a field goal as well. And we're going to have a technical foul assessed on Jaden Johnson. And that's just pure frustration right there from Jaden Johnson, his 4th personal. It's going to result in free throws taken by Brandon Rogers. And you see Jaden Johnson shaking his head, very disappointed. Going to take some time to kind of cool off. The tech free throw is missed on the first by Brandon Rogers, the senior guard. He's got one more. Second tech free throw up and good, 65-59. The lead is 6 with a minute 18, and Carl Albert has ball. LeBron Royal set to inbound this thing. 1 minute 18 remains. Off of the floor is number 12, Gavin Milligan. Number 1, Elijah Matthews on the floor for the Titans. Number 1, Andrew Reynolds back in the game for the Broncos. Matthews brings out the floor against Reynolds. Working to his left, going to go with a quick handoff to Brandon Rogers. Just over a minute left to go. See the Titans going to take all the time off the board here if Mustang doesn't pressure. There's the drive and a kick to the corner, right back out high to Royal. A minute left to go now. The Titans in no hurry, going to take as much time off the board, but they got to be careful with their passes. There's a lot more pressure. And it's going to be JT Johnson hit with the foul here. I was saying there's a lot more man pressure out beyond the perimeter. Both teams now officially in bonus. It's going to be free throws taken by Elijah Matthews. Matthews on for his first, and he knocks it down. Into the game, it's number 10, Braden Cox, and number 30, Brody Lopez. One more free throw coming for Elijah Matthews. His second is up, and that one made as well. And folks, with 54 seconds left, that one might have just iced it. An 8-point lead once again for Carl Albert. Brody Lopez brings up the floor, tried to go with the baseline pass, somehow got it in safely to Marvin Kearney Jr., and this possession going to continue for the Broncos. It's back in the hands of Brody Lopez. He pushes one right side. It's number 32, Stevens, to take the three. His shot no good. Carl Albert tries to keep it alive, but the clock's going to stop at 35.1. If I'm not mistaken, that was Taylor Stevens' first shot of the game. Timeout's going to be taken by Mustang. It's 30 seconds, 35.1. They're actually going to change it to 60. I find it hard to believe that that was Stevens' first shot. He doesn't have any points. We know that. He has 3 personal fouls. We got that. But that was his first shot, and from 3? I'm kind of surprised by that. We're going to stick here for a second. Thanks to Ship It Sooner. Once again, we've spoken about Ship It Sooner in length, and you'll hear about them at least one more time tonight. Ship It Sooners at 210 North Mustang Mall Terrace. Call 405-256-6264. Mother's Day will be here before you know it, so don't wait around. Get your gift early, and if you need it sent to mom, you know who to turn to. Ship It Sooner is the place you should go. Notary services, packing, and shipping through all major retailers. Private mailbox rentals, they can copy, they can print, they can fax. They've got freight and LTL services. They've also got bulk shredding and office solutions. If you need that service as well, Ship It Sooner is the best around. Proud supporter of Mustang High Athletics. And as this timeout comes to an end, Hoop OKC, a brand new business serving Oklahoma City. They've got an arcade basketball trailer like you would see at an amusement park. Call them out to your next birthday, your party, your event, your corporate gathering, whatever. 405-448-0099, veteran owned and operated. Also go to www.hoopokc.com. For the final 35 seconds, Mustang still has ball. They inbound to Marvin Kearney Jr. on the left wing. He's going to go back out high to Brody Lopez. Lopez swings. His number one, Andrew Reynolds, who puts up the three and knocks it down. Reynolds 2 of 5 from beyond the arc, but Carl Albert has it back. They got to basically foul immediately, but a timeout's just going to be taken by Carl Albert. Another 60-second timeout. Good job by Mustang, though, to contest that ball. 8 seconds came off the clock in that whole exchange. We're going to go to a break. 5-point lead for Carl Albert. This game not over yet. Not quite over yet. We'll see what happens when we come back, huh?
Come see us down at Smoothie King. We have 2 amazing locations to serve you. 5914 Southeast 15th Street in Midwest City and 5921 Southwest 3rd Street, located right in the heart of Oklahoma City. Folks, we have the awesome Dude Perfect smoothie. We have wonderful enhancements to get you ready for your workout. Rule the day. Smoothie King is your one-stop shop for delicious smoothie action. Come see us at Smoothie King.
Okay. 15 seconds left in this timeout. Tomorrow, we've got Bethany High School basketball in the first round of playoffs on GSN Sports and Talk. You want to tune into that. This Mustang squad returns to action for the playoffs themselves come February 27th. Looking at that bracket right now, they play at the 27th at 6 p.m. The women's team plays on the 26th at 6 p.m. Carl Albert set to inbound. They just pretty much got to get in safely, and Mustang is forced to foul, and there it is. On the floor now, by the way, is number 23, Marcellus Knight. .3 left to go. Obviously, both teams have bonus. We've known that for a little bit. LeBron Royal is going to be the one heading to the line. Now, objectively, this is the player you want at the line. He has not been a great free throw shooter tonight. I know I've said that once or twice now. He hovers around 50%, though, so it could be worse. Royal on his first. That one spins around and drops. 68, 62, 20.3 left to go. Royal's free throw kind of got an audible gasp from this side of the gymnasium, the away side. He's got one more. His shot. It's up, and it's good. He actually hit 2 of 2 on that one. I feel bad for saying that. I hope he doesn't listen to this back. 69-62. The defensive subs coming off of the floor right here. Now back to the offensive look with number 1, Andrew Reynolds, and number 12, Gavin Milligan. 20 seconds to do something here. 7-point deficit you face. Reynolds directs traffic, goes to the corner, right back to him. Catch and shoot from way downtown off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Carl Albert, and that one will be game. At the end of our night, it's 2 wins for the away team. The Bixby Lady Spartans take down the women, and the Carl Albert Titans take down the men. 69-62, the final. So now, Carl Albert goes into the playoffs with a 9-game win streak, while Mustang's own 9-game win streak is snapped. We'll tell you more about it on the post-game show when we return from break, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about a minute. Thanks again for listening, though. This was a fun one.
M&T Septic and Backhoe is your call for septic installation, pumping, and repair needs. M&T Septic and Backhoe has been installing septic systems for over 25 years. From home builders to homeowners, from old-fashioned septics to aerobic systems and lift stations, give M&T Septic and Backhoe a call at 405-387-9353. A call for all your septic systems, storm shelter, or utility needs, offering free estimates and willing to work with you on all projects. Call 405-387-9353. M&T Septic and Backhoe.
What are laws on immigration? Contact Tipton Law Center in Oklahoma City at 405-209-1925. Melissa Tipton Duncans has the passion with experience with a solid foundation of knowledge in immigration law. The Tipton Law Center is located at 5909 Northwest Expressway at MacArthur and will also take cases in family law, criminal law, international law, adoptions, or readoptions. For immigration law, contact attorney Melissa Tipton Duncans at Tipton Law Center, 405-209-1925.
And we've made it to the end of our night here in Mustang, Oklahoma. It was senior night for these Broncos. Unfortunately, they took 2 losses. The final for the men's game, 69-62. Ever since the start of the second half, it had kind of been a 7-point deficit that Carl Albert had held over the Mustang Broncos, and that's ended up being what it finished at. You know, they played a tough game. There was a lot that was impressive on both sides. Got to say, these two teams are going to have a long and deep run into the playoffs. Thank you. Just got stat sheets. So let's take a look at these here for leading scorers. For the Carl Albert Titans, it ended up being Austin Johnson with 19, although he has 3 other players in double digits with him. Brandon Rogers finished with 15, while Jordan Hawkins and LeBron Royal both finished with 10. On the Mustang side, Jaden Johnson had 19, Gavin Milligan had 14, and Andrew Reynolds had 11. Team lead, both tied at 19. I mean, you're looking at the assists, it's even at 12. You're looking at steals, it's even. Blocks, it's even. All the way to the end of this game was unbelievably even. Unbelievably even. Carl Albert put up a 22-point third quarter, though, and that was eventually what elevated them to the win. Other than that, the score by quarter, 15-14, 15-15, 22-16, 17-17, all adding up for a 69-62 Carl Albert Titans win. Hey, well, at the end of our broadcast, thanks so much for tuning in, folks. It really was a fun night. We hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. We'll be back tomorrow again for Bethany High School Broncos playoff athletics, playoff basketball, I should say. John Campbell and I will be on the call for that one. Should be more fun than this, I like to think. But hey, for now, this has been the Games of the Week, Mustang High on senior night on the GospelStation.com Sports and Talk. From Luke Young and Mike Gannon back to the studio, here from the Ship It Sooner broadcast booth. Have a great rest of your night, and God bless.